What's up, y'all? Nico Lamont. So we got this dude named Shizzle, the slow man. He wanted to critique my video about weather manipulation. So we're gonna have to get into this discernment thing. We gonna discuss that a lot in this video because it's clear that he's a part of the 99% of the world that doesn't know how to properly use discernment. A lot of people use the word, but they don't have any clue on how to use it in their own lives. This motherfucker's running around, and we ain't even got to talk about the media. Let's just talk about your family and friends and the people you deal with on a regular basis that fucking lie to you and get over on you all the fucking time. And you're always pissed off talking about how people use you and do this and do that. Well, that's because you had no discernment to see that they was a piece of shit. They gave you all the signs. They showed you everything to let you know that they was a piece of shit. But you're just a dumbass and you continue to fuck with that person. So we're gonna get into that. And since I'm one of those people that I've never really been one of those people who, you can just get one over on in the world. I've never been that. I before I even came to this point, I've never been that person that you can just tell me anything and I'll just be like, oh, okay, it makes sense just because you said it and I wasn't there for it. Yeah, it make perfect sense. No, I'm gonna break that shit down and I tell you to your face, you lying. And you'll be like, how you gonna tell me I'm lying? You wasn't even there. Well, the shit that you saying just doesn't match up with the reality of the type of person who you are and just probably reality period. So I've always been a person that uses great discernment. I just didn't use it, when it came to the media and shit like that, because I was brainwashed like everybody else. But let's get into this video, and I'm gonna show you why he's just a part of the 99% of slow motherfuckers. I'm gonna show you why stupid lives don't matter, and definitely why woke is the new sleep.
What up? This motherfucking shizzle coming at you. Gonna make this video real quick. Gonna make this video on woke is the new sleep. I think that's his channel name. Yeah, this is something I would like to dig right into. It's not like I haven't covered this topic before.
I'm gonna speed it up, bro, cause we're gonna be here until 2022 if I play at a normal speed.
But a little refreshment course as I dig in. Let's begin.
What's up, man? Y'all know who it is. So we're gonna jump into this chemtrail shit, and we're gonna break down basically the chemtrails and the cold weather and all that shit. And I'm gonna give y'all a little information on how to properly research and how to properly use your discernment to break down the shit that you're researching. Yup. Then we're gonna jump into a little video. But you see, I was basically complaining about the fact that it's cold as shit. This is back in May. It's cold as shit, 36 degrees, and yet y'all know how to make it rain. And
All right. This one isn't even a minute in on his lecture, and he already made a claim. He says, y'all already know how to make it rain. Meaning who? The elites, people in charge, the people that give us the media, their bosses, and this.
I hate when stupid people ask stupid questions. You know the answer to the question. It's not like it was confusing. That's why you were able to name all the people who I'm talking about. It's not like you were like, who you talking about? The policeman, the fireman, our teachers in school. Like you knew exactly who the fuck I was talking about. But you want to ask this dumbass question as if it makes it seem as if I'm just talking out my ass, but you you're basically thinking along the same lines that I'm thinking on. But what's your point here?
Same people that they're in cahoots with, they make it rain. I find that about as believable as man went to the moon. I find that about as believable as nuclear bombs. That's what I see about that. But let's continue.
California was dealing with wildfires.
Mm, mm,
Now,
mm.
y'all probably say, well, what the fuck the cold got to do with them being able to make it rain? Now, I'm gonna explain that, and this is how you properly use discernment
Mm-hmm.
and research.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see, that's probably what you did. You did some research and seeing that the mainstream is telling you that they're changing weather, then you use discernment to cherry pick that as truth. I'm gonna question that shit.
Because you're dumb. Because you're not smart. That's all you have is questions. You don't have any fucking answers. That all dumb people do is they try to play the safe side and say, "I'll just question everything." So you don't have any fucking resolutions for us. You don't have anything for us. You just I just question it. All right. So after you question it, what's your answer? I don't know. I just question. So you just asked me a question on if I did some research and then I cherry picked through what they said and no. Let me get this together. Let me say it right. You said that the mainstream is telling us that they manipulating weather, and then I cherry picked through what the mainstream said, and I'm using that to say that it's truth. Actually, the mainstream is not telling us that they manipulate weather. Folio. When they tell you that a hurricane is coming through, when they tell you it's a tornado, when they tell you it's about to rain for a week, do they say that they fucking did it on purpose? When you watch the news and they give you the weather report, don't they blame it on Mother Nature? Don't they make it seem as if it's a natural occurrence? So the mainstream ain't telling you shit. And this is what I mean by they had a slick way of telling you shit. It's because you could just Google some shit on whatever subject you're looking for, and there's going to be some reading in between the lines that you're going to need to do, but they don't mind documenting that they do fucked up shit. But the mainstream is not telling us that they control the weather. Stupid. You choose your words correctly. The mainstream ain't telling us that. They tell us it's Mother Nature. 99% of the people think that it's Mother Nature. Whenever the seasons change, whenever it gets cold, whenever it rains, whenever it's a hurricane or tornado, 99% of the people believe that it's fucking Mother Nature, that it's natural, that this is the place that we were born in. This is the place that the Creator made for us. A place where we fucking have hurricanes, tornadoes, and all types of disasters. So the mainstream is not telling us that they manipulate the weather. Because if they did tell us that, then the 99% of the people that slow the shit would easily know that, damn, y'all the ones doing all this fucked up shit, causing all these disasters and earthquakes and everything. So they're not telling us that. Okay? Stupid niggas, man.
So I always say that they like to document their evil.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just outright tell you, but they got some little slick way of basically letting you know that, yeah, we doing this fucked up shit right here. We fucking you over.
Mm-hmm.
So
They have a slick little way of telling us shit, is what you're saying?
That's what I'm
Like, they
saying.
tell us that there's these viruses going around killing everybody. As I mentioned earlier,
That's a
nuclear
lie.
weapons, space travel. You know, they tell us these fucking a slick little way of telling us history, but they haven't proved any of it. They can't prove any of it. All of it is to be questioned. And then when they tell us shit, you're going to call it a slick little way and you're going to cherry pick certain things to be truth? Huh. You know who else is involved with this weather manipulation bullshit? NASA. You know, a lot of the same people that go against NASA. Oh, we didn't go to space. Oh, but they are changing our weather. We have patents.
That's why I say. That's why we about to get to the discernment part, because it's clear this nigga has zero discernment, has zero ability to use discernment. So we're gonna do a quick little lesson for Shizzle the Slow Man and anybody that's just as slow as this motherfucker. About to do a quick little lesson, so give me a second, y'all. All right, so y'all see here, right? What discernment is, right? The ability to judge well. So I know you're gonna need me to go a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do that for you. Cause the ability to judge well, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't help somebody like you. So let's go a little deeper into this definition. What's a judge? What is a judge supposed to do? We're not talking about how the crooked legal system works, but we're talking about what a judge is supposed to do. A judge has to listen to two or more accounts, the plaintiff, the defendant, and whatever witnesses. They have to listen to all these accounts and they have to figure out, based on some shit that they weren't there for. They wasn't around when the shit happened. They just listening to other people give their accounts on what happened. And through all of this shit, the judge has to figure out who's lying and who's telling the truth. Sometimes the defendant could literally be defending themselves against a lie. Sometimes the plaintiff can bring a false case on a motherfucker. Sometimes the plaintiff can be the one that's lying out their motherfucking ass. And the judge has to be the one that takes all that information in, discerns it, and then give his judgment on what most likely happened. That's what a judge does. So if discernment is the ability to judge well, then I'm a beast. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said earlier, I've always been the type that I don't have to be there for shit that you telling me about. But the way that you telling me, the details that you giving me, I take into account what type of person you really are, especially if I know you and you telling me the story. I take all that shit into account. So when it comes to discerning whether if they can manipulate weather and if they can't, all right, well, they put two narratives out there. Like I said, remember I said what a judge has to do? You have to separate, the two or more accounts from each other and figure out what's most likely. So they tell you on one account, which they tell the mainstream, is that it's Mother Nature. It's natural. When the rain falls like it does, they don't have nothing to do with it. When a hurricane comes through, they don't have nothing to do with it. And then they tell you on the other hand, well, we can make it rain. We can change the type of precipitation and stuff like that. And then you said yourself you mentioned the elites and all these people in the media and, all these evil type people. You mentioned those people. So obviously you know about them. So obviously you know that they have some control over the world. So does it seem more likely that we were born into a place where we naturally have hurricanes and all this crazy fucked up shit? Or the people who just mentioned that they can change the weather, do they have something to do with it? That's what discernment is. I just broke it down for you. I Shizzle the Slow Man. That's how you get answers out this motherfucker. You don't just fucking just question shit and then you're just stuck in no man's land. You ask a question, you get a fucking answer. That's what you're supposed to do. Let's go back to this dumbass video.
It's our proof. Yeah, you got people saying shit like that.
Excuse me. I believe Tesla made HARP, so the patents are out there. You can see what it does.
I don't give a fuck about you playing dumbass niggas who listen to control opposition. Do you see me putting up, man, look, this a patent and look, I got this info. I just told you, I just broke it down. I was like, and then these motherfuckers gonna happen to mention the fact that they changing weather out here. And my discernment tells me that cold weather isn't fucking natural. And let me just break this down to you. I'm gonna just get right into it. Cause I can see you slow. I can see you slow and you weren't able to grasp what I was saying, and then just go put it into your reality, or compare it to your reality. So all you would have to do, if I'm telling you that the chemtrails is really controlling the temperature and the type of weather that we get, all you would have to do is watch the sky. When they fucking lighten up the sky with chemtrails, just go the fuck out there. You don't even have to wait around. You don't even have to wait around. For one, the lines that they leave, they turn into big ass clouds. And then after they turn into big ass clouds, just look at your forecast. See if the temperature gonna drop by fucking 20 degrees. See if you got rain in your forecast. I did this shit with my mother's husband one time. We was riding together in the car, and then I was like, "Damn, man, they chemtrailing the shit out the sky." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "What? What's chemtrails?" He didn't even know what it was. He's like, I was like, "Yeah, man, look in the sky, and you see all them lines that they making and shit with the planes." And he's like, "Damn, I never noticed that." He's like, "Damn, there's a bunch of them up there." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Now, I wonder if we got like rain or something coming." And I believe this was like a Monday afternoon or something like that. Check the weather. We was due for snow the next day. We was due for snow the next day. And I was like, "Yeah, see, that's how they do it." See how, and it was nice outside. It was nice outside and everything. But the temperature was going to drop the very next day, and we was due for snow. So you ain't got to take my word for it. Just go out there and go do it your motherfucking self. See, I thought you was smart enough to know that that's where I was going with this. To tell you that, look, you can actually visually see what's going on. You don't have to just uh, read this shit. Like, this is what I mean by sometimes they document their evil. You know what I'm saying? Because they know most people are too slow. They ain't gonna pick up on the shit. Like I said, 99% of the world think that weather and any type of fucked up weather we get is natural. Most people believe that. So what are you talking about? It's not like they've been spilling the beans on themselves for a long time. Nah, they just give you little hints and say, "Hey man, we can make it rain here and there and stuff like that." But most people didn't even like when I brought this to people's attention on Facebook. It was people who was saying like, "Damn, I thought that they probably controlled the rain and stuff like that, but I never thought that they control the temperature and shit like that. I never put that together." So, and these are people who are in the truth community. So, like I said, most people don't know this shit. So, what the fuck are you talking about? The mainstream. So, all you got to do, shizzle the slow man, take your ass outside when you see they fucking chemtrailing the shit out the sky and just check the forecast. You don't even got to stick around and wait for the clouds. You ain't even got to stick around and wait for the rainfall. You know what I'm saying? You might got shit to do. I don't know. You don't seem like it, but you might have shit to do. Just check your forecast after that and tell me what happened. Slow ass.
exactly what it does. So I mean, there's
I don't give a fuck about these niggas. Fuck them dumbass niggas. Niggas off my shit.
That aims to change the. When you read what cloud seeding is, it says it's a type of weather modification that aims to change the amount. This is the key part, or type of precipitation.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
this is when the discernment part kicks in.
Exactly.
How do you change the type of precipitation? Right? We know it can't snow if it's fucking 60, 70 degrees outside, right?
Right.
We know that. We know the snow won't fall if it's that warm. So the way you change the type is you lower the temperature, right? So that must mean when these chemtrails come through, they can not only make it rain on you, but they can
Yup.
make it colder on you.
So, this is when the discernment part kicks in.
Yeah, because I'm me.
But what
and
I'm
you're
asking
dumb.
you to do is backstep, backpedal. Just a little bit, you're going too fast.
I know.
I still have questions.
I know. You're slow. I know I'm going too fast, nigga. Nigga, I could have slowed my shit down to the slowest speed that they got on this motherfucker and said what I was saying, and you still wouldn't have picked that shit up. So I know you're slow.
Now, you're going to say your discernment is that this shit is probably making everything cold too.
Mm-hmm.
So you're skipping ahead of where I'm at right now. They haven't even proved that they're fucking doing.
Yeah, I just did, dumbass. I just told you you can go outside when they chemtrail in the sky, and then you can watch how the cloud cover comes, and then watch either the temperature drops, the rain comes, or both, or snow, or both. So that's how you can do it, dumbass. All right. So I back that up for the slow people who need me to explain that, who need me to hold their hand, walk them outside, and tell them what the fuck to do. I thought what I was saying was enough, but clearly it wasn't.
The weather manipulation in the first place. Just because we see exhaust coming from these fucking shit does not mean they're controlling the weather. But
Can you please tell me what they doing then? You can't just all right, so what does it do? What is the purpose of it? You tell me. You tell me. Nigga, you are more dangerous to society than anybody. All you motherfuckers that be like, oh, I question everything. But then when motherfuckers ask you for answers, like, I don't know. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just don't talk then. Who cares about what you question if you can't find no fucking answers? That just means you're too dumb. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can ask questions. You know what I'm saying? But after that, you gotta get some answers. I mean, we seen you ask questions you knew the answer to. Like, who are you talking about? The elites, their bosses, the media. Who are you talking about? You knew who the fuck I was talking about. So you're that dumb. You're that dumb that you ask fucking questions that you know the fucking answer to. And then you're still like, I don't know. I can't. I gotta question the answer that I just gave myself. Dumbass nigga.
they say maybe they are. At least I'll say that. Are you going to say that? Maybe they're controlling the precipitation and the heat and cold.
No, I'm not a dumbass nigga. I don't do with that if ands and maybe type shit. Only thing I speculate on when I get to talking about that shit, and I'm gonna do a video on it when I get to talking about what happens after you die. When I get to talking about what this life is all about. That's the only thing I'm gonna speculate on is what happens after you die is because of the fact that I don't know. I can never know. I can never talk to somebody who knows. But I could speculate on it. I could just gather up all of what I know about life today, what's going on, how motherfuckers is trying to hide the creator and all this shit, and I can pretty much discern or speculate where the fuck what the fuck happens after you die. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I'd be like some if and maybe type shit. But when it come to what's going on in the world, I ain't no dumb nigga like you. I don't need to be on maybe. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is maybe gonna do for anybody? Maybe ain't gonna do shit. You tell people what the fuck it is. You tell people why the fuck it is, and then it's left up to them. You know what I'm saying? After that, I'm gonna give you my best examples and all that shit, but it's up to you after that. You know what I'm saying? So stupid.
This is what spoke to me and said, damn, so cold weather probably isn't natural at all.
Mm-mm.
It isn't a natural thing
Mm-mm.
for it to get cold like it does.
Mm-mm.
Maybe to 55, 60, maybe. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We'll never really know because they've been fucking with the weather for so long.
Exactly.
So
How long have they been fucking with the weather? Tell me the year. What year did they start fucking with the weather? Oh, yeah, and you're probably going to look it up on Google. Give me your
Right.
source.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm going to believe it, but what?
So what's the fucking point of asking then? You know when they started manipulating weather? Many, many years ago when you fucking started your sentence, you slow talking motherfucker. That's when they started it was that long ago. When the fuck you first started talking, when you first tried to get your sentence out, that's when they started manipulating weather. That's how long ago it was. All right, that's my answer.
Year did they start this shit if they've been doing it for so long? Eh?
so my thing is we have to start asking questions on is cold weather natural? And I say definitely is not.
Maybe cold weather is not natural. Maybe. I'm not going to say definitely.
Maybe, boy.
And I'm gonna still have to question not the fucking natural or the cold air being natural or not, which that's a good question, but
I
with the
know.
claim of are we really
I know it's a good question because I'm me.
controlling weather? I'm not gonna settle with this being the truth, the absolute truth. I'm not gonna settle with that.
Hey, but settle with maybe though. He gonna settle with maybe. He not gonna settle with the absolute truth. Just maybe. I just ride the fence. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I'm just a straddling the fence ass motherfucker. Dumbass motherfucker. That's all. There's it's a razor thin line between smart and stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like 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 I'm talking about it's so thin. Like you can't tightrope that motherfucker. You gonna have to be on one side or the other. You can't. So it's clear what side you on. You on the dumbass side. When you on the maybe side, you on the dumbass side. If you can't answer either way, you just a dumbass. That's what it is. That's what we here. We here to figure out what the fuck life is, what's going on in life. And if all you can come up with is maybe, you just gonna be a dumbass motherfucker.
And it makes me think about the winter season and Christmas and shit like that. The poster child for the winter season is fucking Santa. Rearrange the letters. That's Satan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about when I watch they little brainwashing movies, and now that I'm hip enough to not fall for what they.
Notice I told the nigga it's a brainwashing movie. And I'm gonna hit on something that most people are not gonna catch in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because they throw subliminal shots at you in movies all the time. You know what I'm saying? What they really want you to believe in the movie that I'm about to bring up, The Sixth Sense, they want you to really believe in ghosts and spirits. I'm gonna tell you, nah, that shit ain't real. Don't believe in that shit. But the fact that every time in a movie when they want to have a demon or a spirit, it's not even just that movie. I've seen other movies when a demon or a spirit comes in and it gets cold. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I think that's just them giving a shout out, since they are satanic people, giving a shout out to the fact that they control cold weather. You know what I'm saying? When they make it cold out here, yeah, that's their season, man. That's them doing that shit. They control that shit. So that's all I was saying is basically that's just them giving a shout out to the fact that they make it cold out here for us. You know what I'm saying? These demons, these spirits, these satanic people, whatever the fuck you want to call them, whatever they want to identify themselves with, these angels and shit like that. Yeah, these the motherfuckers that control the weather, and they just sending a little shout out to it in a little fake movie about how spirits can haunt you and shit like that. And that shit is fake.
Want me to fall for, I can analyze shit a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about the movie The Sixth Sense.
Yup.
And whenever he would see a spirit or a demon, and I want to let y'all know, that's why, the city of Angels, California,
Mm-hmm.
city of, I call it Lost Angels, fallen angels. Angel, demon, spirit, all the same thing. It's
Yup.
all just some satanic fucking shit. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's real. I'm just saying that
You
it's
heard me,
all
right?
a reference to some satanic shit.
That's all.
Like when it come to just spirit, period. That's why they name liquor spirits, motherfucker.
Exactly. Poison.
Christmas, Santa, Satan, movies like The Sixth Sense, spirits,
Movies.
souls, demon, devil shit. It's all shit that they hand fed us. I'm not going to get stuck on it, and I'm not going to go off believing that the elites believe the shit that they give to us. So that's all shit that the corporations, the so-called elites of a governing government, mind control, that's the shit that they hand feed us. That's the shit we must.
The governing mind control, all this shit. That's other shit that they fed us too. It's a bunch of motherfucking control oppositions niggas that's talking about MK Ultra and mind control and all that fucking shit. So they fed that shit too. So, but you believe that? You believe in that? They fed us that shit too. There's a lot of people talking about mind control and what the government does and shit. They even got documentations of them doing mind control experiments on motherfuckers. Oh, but you believe that though? They fed us that, but you believe that, so that's what you doing. You're supposed to. You're using discernment. Remember, you're basically taking something that they've said. They've said this. They documented that that's what they were doing. They were doing mind control experiments on people. Remember? So they hand fed your stupid ass that. So by this logic, you can't use that argument, you dumb fuck. Like, that's what I be talking about, these on the fence, maybe ass niggas. They gonna contradict themselves. Don't worry. They gonna contradict themselves. And they gonna show you how they do believe in some stuff. They try to fake like, oh, that ain't absolute truth. You know what I'm saying? But it's absolute truth that they mind controlling us, right? Because they said they was, right?
Just unplug from. So I'm not gonna go around fucking using their labels like devil shit, Satan shit. You know, I'm not gonna take their movies and take.
I don't give a fuck. I'm If that's what they call it in the present day, and since we use words to communicate with each other, to get an understanding of what the fuck we trying to convey, yeah, I'm gonna have to use the word Satan because that's the word that we use in a modern time, and they go out their fucking way to show you that that's definitely the type of shit that they on. They go out their way. See, if we really want to, if we really want to look at it like this, if anything, it's all them other people that they give you an image of. Jesus, Buddha, you know what I'm saying? If anybody was looking at it this way, you might think that that's who they fucking really, because shit, even in the Freemason lodges, they tell you gotta have some type of religion, believe in some higher power. I got a homeboy that recently just finished his little 12-step program. And he told me even when you come in that door, you gotta have some type of belief in a higher power. So they go out their way to subliminally get people to worship this God, aka Satan. So they want everybody to believe in this higher power or this higher God and this higher whatever. So what are you really talking about right here, nigga? What's going through your head right now? Bunch of Lego blocks.
Get fucking say this shit's gonna tell us some truth. I'm gonna just say that's all shit that's hand fed to us, and we must unplug from that. Opt out if you want to look for any truth. Otherwise, you will be looking for coincidences that they created for you to find, and then you could be happy when you found it. And basically, what are you doing? Are you still slaving away? Are you still slaving away while you're playing Clue with these motherfuckers? Yo.
So when it comes to
Lego
that
brain.
spirit shit and spirituality, y'all love to use that shit. Like, just like they say when you like when we were in high school and shit, and we had like spirit day. You know what I'm saying? When you show your spirit, when you show how much spirit you got for your school. That's what that term embodies when it comes to Satanism. Like spirit, just show how much you got. They bringing out the Satanist, the satanic spirit in you.
Bringing out the satanic spirit. That's some crazy talk. Bringing out the satanic spirit. You're speaking like these labels are actually coming from a true source of spirits and religion, huh? These are just mind control. This is shit that we're hand fed, and I don't think it brings out any type of spirits in me. It just fucking controls people with
You know what I'm
beliefs.
saying? So that's why
It does. You're dumb as shit. They got the spirit in you. They got the dumbass, I don't know anything, maybe type of thinking spirit in you. You're a dumbass. So yeah, you on their side. You on their side. You ain't helping the people. You ain't got no truth for nobody. You ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? You just stuck in this void, confused about everything. So except for mind control. You believe that. You believe the MK Ultra shit and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? You probably believe that they can uh, make soldiers have the strength of 5 men and all that other crazy ass shit that they said in the MK Ultra shit. You probably believe all that, but yeah, dumbass, that's you definitely have the spirit. You have the spirit of a dumbass, And dumbasses are just as valuable as people who know what's going on and still do evil. You know what I'm saying? Like a dumbass like you is very valuable. Very valuable. You're not helping people progress. So yeah, you definitely have the spirit.
You watch movies like that, like evil movies, they always got something to do with the code. In the Sixth Sense, the room always got cold every time a spirit or a demon or some shit came in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like their tribute to their creation of cold weather. You know what I'm
Bam.
saying? The
There
cold
it
season.
is.
A tribute to their creation of cold weather and cold seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
Because I mean, what does cold benefit anybody? It don't benefit the animals for real. It don't benefit none of us.
Yet, creation has designed animals to be able to adjust to the cold. Like
Oh, it
bears.
has?
What do they call that? Hibernate. They hibernate throughout the seasons. So are you telling me that creation adjusted bears to do that because humans are making cold seasons
And let's run that back.
throughout the seasons? So are you telling me that creation adjusted bears to do that because humans are making cold seasons? Interesting. How long have humans been making cold seasons to where creation adjusted bears to be hibernating? Or did creation adjust bears to be hibernating through a warm season? And it
Hmm?
just so happens to be the seasons that you so-called blame humans for doing,
Hmm?
making it all cold and shivery and snowy and shit. What
Mm-hmm.
about those apples?
To be in frigid.
All right, let me tell you a stupid ass about those apples. So you tell me that they hand fed me Satan. They hand fed me weather manipulation. But this information on bears and what the fuck they do in the wintertime. Who the fuck gave you that? Hmm? This is what I talk about with these maybe contradicting stupid niggas. So you take what they say about animals and what animals do verbatim. Hmm? You was raised by bears? So you remember when they go hibernate? Who the fuck sees a bear hibernate? Who is there when a bear goes through its process of hibernation? Hmm? The only people that can show me something like that is the people who control everything, like National Geographic and shit like that. Like that's the only time I've heard about what the fuck bears do, or been maybe shown a clip of maybe a bear hibernating. I can't even I can't even say that I remember literally seeing footage of a bear hibernating. I've never seen it. But oh, we can take what they say about the animals and what the animals do when they cold weather come around. You know what I'm saying? We could take that verbatim. We could take all the information they give us about what animals do and how animals work, even though we don't live amongst these motherfuckers. You live with bears. You live amongst the bears. My bad, bruh. I ain't know Shizzle the Slow Man. I didn't know that you live amongst the bears. So you know exactly what the fuck a bear does. Who the fuck told you what a bear does? So it's okay to have that information that was given to you from those people. It's okay to just take that and be like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what bears do. So you don't think that during their process of fucking up the world, changing up the world, you don't think that they give us information on like animals and different people, to make us believe certain shit so that we don't think, damn, that's fucked up. We never see bears when it's wintertime. I wonder what happens to all of them. You know how many fucking wildlife sanctuaries they got where they fucking harvesting fucking animals and shit like that? Shit, 99% of the fucking animals you see at the zoo aren't real animals. Aren't animals that's in the wild. You don't see them nowhere around the world in the wild. Nowhere. Most of the fucking shit that they got at the zoo is some shit that they done motherfucking made up in the lab. They done fucking altered out here. They've been doing that shit. That's how we got all these different fucking races. They been motherfucking altering people and animals for years, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? But you know what the bears do. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me exactly what a fucking bear does. Damn, I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. Maybe people who live like literally live in a cabin in the woods can tell me what the bears do, but I don't think even they can tell me what the bears do because most people aren't like real friendly. Most people ain't on no Grizzly Adams type of, we wrestling with bears and shit out there. And then we go to their home. Sometimes they come to our home. We just be mingling like, and then in the wintertime, like, you know what I'm saying? They do this cool ass thing where they go like, none of us have never seen what the fuck a bear does. We only get information on what a bear does from the mainstream. So you're taking a mainstream narrative and you're buying that shit right now. This is Mr. I don't buy the mainstream narrative. I don't take what they say. They hand fed us that. But now you can tell me what a fucking bear does? Mm. It's a lot of shit they say on animals and certain insects, shit that they do during the wintertime or they do during a certain time and shit that I just be like, that seem a little off. That seem a little off. So you ain't eat for this amount of time, and you ain't what? Hmm. Okay, that seem a little off with the way organs and shit like that function. But they can give us all this information. They could just say what they want to say because we're not out there mingling with bears. All right. So I'm gonna just go ahead and end it right here, man. I've been on this motherfucker, damn, 42 minutes almost. So yeah, man, I think that's it, man. I don't think we need to fucking discuss more of this dumbass shit. I think I broke down that you can fucking go outside, look at the chemtrails. If you got time, you can sit there all day, look at the sky all day until the next day and see how that motherfucker change. See how the temperature change and then watch when the rain and the motherfucking snow come after that. So I think I cleared that up. You know what I'm saying? That it's also not a mainstream narrative. The mainstream narrative is natural shit. When it rains, when it hurricanes and tornadoes, the mainstream narrative is it's Mother Nature. That's the mainstream narrative. And there's another narrative over here that tells you that, oh no, we're doing it. And I just happen to go with the one that makes the most sense. And it makes the most sense that they are the ones that's controlling the weather. All right. So I hope you got enough out of this video. Shizzle the Slow Man. You know, you'll probably be back with another one. But hey, it is what it is, man. Because stupid lives just don't fucking matter.